Hey rockers, hope you're all doing well out there. Today I'm just going to be looking through a whole bunch of pedals that I've put together on this board here. Is this board necessary? Not at all, but it is a lot of fun, and that's the whole point, right? Playing through my Les Paul Standard, got 2 Burst Bucket Pro pickups and 4 push-pull knobs. I actually didn't know that they did that until just a couple of weeks ago. Pretty funny, hey? This is what we're starting with. So the first one I'm running into is the Compressor, which is a Boss CP1X digital compressor. The selling point for me for this one was that it's got the LED display on the front, so it shows you the amount of gain reduction. So beforehand, it's a nice G. Then turn him on. So I haven't added too much boost to it, but that level there is good for me, and all it's doing it's just adding a bit of colour to the tone. It's bringing up some of those low notes, it's squishing it just a bit and adding just a nice bit of sustain onto that. I'm not going to muck around with the levels or anything there. You kind of get the point. Now we're running that into the Boss OC5. Actually, that's not right. We're going into the Synthesizer. So we'll start that again. Up. Now from the compressor, we're running over to the Synthesizer, the Boss SY1. This was released earlier this year, maybe last year. Anyway, it's relatively new. It's cool. It's got so many effects on here. I recommend you go and check out some other reviews. The guitar is just running through that guy, and I've got the synth pedal itself running into the loop of the core over here. Sounds pretty cool. I like that. Through some of these effects here. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Sounds beautiful. So there's some really cool effects on that guy. I definitely recommend you guys check that one out. There is a hold effect on this one, so you find a pad sound or a bass sound that you quite like, you hold that pedal down and it rings through and you can just sort of jam over top. So then we go into the Boss OC5. I've done a little bit of video on that one. By all means jump and have a look, but this is how I'm running it when I'm looping. That one as like an octave pedal as a bass. Every once in a while I like to chuck it into a solo just for those a couple of sort of high runs, and that's pretty cool. From there, that's going back into the Boss GT1000 core. Now this guy's brand spanking new. I really like this pedal. I've got it set up in manual mode, so each one of these pedals controls just a single effect. And I've got this guy over here, the Morningstar, which is controlling a whole bunch of presets that I've set up that I like. I'm just using the natural amp on this one, and the cab was original. So on this pedal, I have that set up as a master delay on all of my presets. So that was just a quarter note thing. And on this patch in particular, I've got that one set as a stereo delay. So slightly different left and right. Middle button, this patch is a chorus. Obviously sounds better if the guitar's perfectly in tune. And over here, I've got a triplet delay. And as you can hear as well, a little bit of reverb just at the end there. So there's a bit of EQ on that too. Just got rid of some horrible frequencies in there. And that's pretty much my clean patch. So we'll go through to the next one. I've got just a dirty. So nice little crunch on that one. Same thing here, master delay. There, I've got this as a chorus as well. And I think that might be... So that's pretty much the same as patch 1, it's just got a bit of crunch on him. Over here, another dirty patch, but this one's just a little bit heavier. Well, that sounded good. So on this patch, I'm just using the JC120, which models the JC120 combo by Roland, as you would imagine by the name. And I got a bit of the X crunch in front of that one, just to give it a bit of a boost. So on this, same again. A bit of delay, chorus. And over here there's just a solo boost, which is kind of unnecessary because I've got that patch saved to that preset there, which sounds... Cool, sounds pretty good. So I pretty much just leave the compressor on the whole time. The only time I turn it off is when I'm looping and I want to have my clean signal just sort of drop back and sit a little bit further back in the mix. Up here, whenever this is more like of a clean boost for... Nice long delay and big reverb on that one as well. I use that one, as I said, mostly like a clean, sort of clean boost, clean solo, just when I want to do a little bit of a sort of vibey solo type thing. Up here, this is, I've labeled this one Funk. This was literally just a preset that I found in there that is really cool. It's quite funky, hence the name. Moving on to the next one. This one's a lot of fun. This is a big pad sound. And I've added a step phaser in there, which is quite funky. One more. Acoustic. This one's the acoustic simulator into an acoustic amp. there's a bit of delay, phaser, and chorus. Cool, and that's basically it for that one. I've got this control pedal up here. Second pedal there is controlling effects 1 on pretty much all of these patches, which I just have as a phaser. So that's on and off, and old mate up here is my tuner. There is a tuner on the pedal. It's a double press on that one, but I don't like that. It's really kind of annoying. I just wanted a one-touch, easy access tuner, and boom, there it is. Speaking of, let's tune up. So just from that little bit of a playthrough on the core here, you can see just how versatile it is and what you can do. If you've got one, I definitely recommend getting one of these Morningstar MC8 pedals. They've got an MC6 and there's a smaller one, MC3. I got the 8 because, you know, more option is great. It was really easy to set up. Preset wise, that was a walk in the park. That was easy as. On to the rest of the fun stuff. Straight off here, this little Tube Screamer Mini. Classic pedal. It's just a smaller version of its big brother, the bigger Tube Screamer. I'm using it just very typical. So I've got the level completely up, the gain is right down, so there's my clean. Basically, I use that one on my clean patch just to give it a bit of a boost. It does work with my dirt signal as well. Gives it a bit different flavour and a bit of a different tone. So I've got that set up into, actually all 4 of these ones here are running into the effects loop number 1. Doesn't matter what one I go to here, if I do change a preset and leave that on, that guy's always going to be on. Can't really notice it much on that one, but you can hear the tonal difference there. And on the clean patch, just a slight little bit of crunch there, bit of boost. Just when I particularly want that sound, that's what I do. Moving on to here, the full tone OCD. I use this guy a lot in the Amplitude software. They emulate a whole bunch of amps in there. They sound brilliant, and they've got the OCD in there as an emulation as well, and I loved it. So I bought one. It's very similar, just another sort of overdrive, just a slight boost. But combined with that same thing if I want to move over to a dirty guy. So that's that one. I've got it a little bit of drive, volumes up. As I said, I just use those ones as I feel like it. Adds a bit of different flavour, different crunch, varies it up. Keeps me very well entertained. From there, I bought this guy literally, well, not even a week ago. The super badass distortion. I don't quite like it as much going into the digital amp as what I did in store when I played it through a real amp. It sounded way better. But, you know, it's on here. There's whole range options with this one. You've got your bass, mid, and treble on there. I've cut the bass back a little bit, mid back a smidge. Just seems to be very boomy. But that's all right. You can sort of. Whoa, hello. With the addition of the Tube Screamer, that really sort of gives it a bit more crunch, a bit more life. So I do tend to do that when I'm on my clean channel and adding that in. I don't really use it with my other drives. It seems to be a bit too much because I've got the distortion cranked pretty high. It's like just past 3 o'clock. Anyway, it sounds cool and it looks cool on the pedalboard. Sparkly and silver. Out of that one, we go into the Way Huge Aquapus, which I pretty much just use as a slapback. So I never use it that loud. And I use it mainly when I'm sort of doing a bit of a solo. It's sort of just solo sound, like the lead sound tone sounds good, but as soon as you add in that slap, it just pushes that forward just that little bit, helps it cut through. It's really cool. I really like it. I'm taking it into the Tera Echo, and it's a stereo in, and I do love the stereo spread of this pedal. I do recommend that you definitely get this effect. This guy is so much fun. Hours of fun with that pedal, as you can hear. Underneath here, I've got the Chox DC7 power supply. DC7, so 7 outputs on that one. And yeah, that's my pedalboard. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my little playthrough and walkthrough of these cool pedals. Any questions, please shoot me a message underneath. Or if anyone has any opinions or sort of ideas that might be cool, also let me know. I'm always learning. I'm open to ideas. Thanks everyone. Keep rocking. See you around.